So you've got your first disc brake bike. In this video, we'll go over everything you need to know to keep your disc brakes functioning properly. We'll start by removing the through axle lever from either the cue box or the rear wheel axle. You can take this and use this in your front wheel. Unthread the through axle, remove it, and pull the wheel straight down and out. You'll want to shift to the highest gear in your rear cassette to make the rear wheel removal as easy as possible. For the rear wheel, unthread the through axle. While holding the rear derailleur, pull it backwards and pull your wheel straight down and out of the bike. Ensure when your wheels are out of the bike, you do not depress the brake lever. This can cause your brake caliper pistons to press in and not reset properly. If this happens, you'll need to reset the pistons. This can be done using a piston resetting tool or a flathead screwdriver. If your brakes are making noise, this can be because a contaminant has made its way onto either the pad or the rotor surface. If a contaminant is not cleaned off and worked into your brake pads, this can cause the need to replace your brake pads. There are a few ways of eliminating noisy brakes. First, the no-tool method. You'll want a squeeze bottle capable of a fine jet stream with acetone, a dirty towel, and a clean towel. First, we'll start by placing a towel underneath the bike. Using your squeeze bottle, flush the caliper, pads, and all crevices of the caliper with acetone. This is to remove any grease, leftover nutrition, or any other sort of contaminant that might be in the brakes. Using a fresh clean rag or microfiber cloth soaked in acetone, wipe both sides of the caliper pads. You'll want to wipe and repeat with a clean section of the cloth until no black residue is present on the rag. Next, you'll want to clean off your disc rotors on your wheels. You can spray some rubbing alcohol or use acetone to clean these off. Next, you'll want to go for a short ride to rebed the pads. To bed your pads, you'll want to gain some speed on your bike and slowly depress the levers until your bike slows down. You don't want to come to a complete stop. If your no-tool brake flush did not quiet your brakes down, the next step will be to remove the pads and resurface them. To remove the brake pads, you'll want to start by removing the brake caliper pin retaining clip on the drive side of your brake caliper. Once this has been removed, using a flathead screwdriver, unthread the brake pad pin. Squeeze the pads together from the top and remove them through the top of the brake caliper. Using a clean rag soaked in acetone or rubbing alcohol, remove any contamination from the pads. You'll want to repeat on a clean section of the rag or microfiber cloth until no residue is present. You'll notice there's a left and a right brake pad. Ensure that you are putting the correct pad on the appropriate side of the bike. Take your first pad. You'll want to install the spring clip by setting it around the pad surface. Then, take your other brake pad and place it on top of the spring clip and squeeze together to ensure they are seating correctly. Next, while squeezing these pads together, install them back through the top of the caliper, ensuring that they are appropriately oriented. Next, install your wheels before bedding in the pads. Thread the through axle in and tighten it down until proper torque has been reached. This can be done by pressing the lever until there's a red mark on your finger or your hand. For the rear wheel, line up the chain with the highest gear cog on your cassette and install the wheel from below.